Hello there. I am anonymous, and possibly on behalf of my co-authors, the number of whom is also withheld for double-blind review, I would like to show you Newey. It's an algorithmically assisted editor for designing high-quality, fully labeled transit maps. What we did is we took Newey, which is open source and was presented at last year's IEEE Viz.
And to be clear, it was us. In this video, we were still under double-blind review, so we're being a bit cheeky here, but we're the Newey people.
And does not do labeling at all, and figured we had a good way to do labeling within their port assignment framework. To be fair, they said in the paper that this is how you could do it, but if you actually do it, you have to answer a bunch of user experience questions, and it led us to improve the base functionality in significant ways as well. So this here is Newey, which, as you can see, has labels for the stations. You can do the port assignment for edges exactly the same way as before. You can use this mouse over widget here to change the direction of an edge, and then the layout is updated automatically. That was the entire idea in Newey. A designer picks the direction of the edges, possibly assisted by an algorithm, and given those choices, the station positions are determined algorithmically. One thing we realized pretty quickly when we started working on Newey: it's fast enough to put parameters on a slider and recalculate in real time, because transit networks aren't typically that large and computers are pretty fast. So we made the ILP a bunch smarter, and it's more usable for designers this way by making it easier to find a good base layout to start working from. That's new. Now, where do you put the labels in this framework? Well, you put a label at a port, right? So that's in our ILP as well, interacting with the other layout consideration. If I say, for example, that I really want my labels to be horizontal, then it's going to wiggle the lines to make that happen. Following the philosophy of Newey, we don't expect an algorithm to come up with the perfect map. So you can, of course, still edit the port assignment yourself. And for labels, it's pretty natural to let you drag them. So now we think, why can I not drag a station? This idea is completely foreign to Newey, where the entire concept is that the port assignment is the thing you're working on and actual station locations are algorithmic. So how does that work? Well, by careful user experience design. Doing degree 1 nodes is pretty easy, but in Newey you can drag it further away to pull nodes along with it. This does take some work to make it feel good, but we can even do it with more highly connected nodes. There are subtleties to how this works depending on context, how the mouse, the network, and the viewport interact, and getting that right is crucial for the user experience. You can see the paper for details, but you have to get this right, or the real-time optimization starts feeding back on itself and explodes or oscillates or just generally does unexpected things. In a sense, this is just a, let's say, quality of life feature. It doesn't let you do anything that you couldn't do in Newey. It just makes it easier to express intent, and this reduced friction does actually make it easier to explore design alternatives. That's new. And there's a bunch more of these features, right? You can select a set of nodes and you get a bunch of handles that do fairly intuitive things, such as rotating an entire selection, which is not exactly complicated technically, but it's a powerful tool. Scaling is a fun one and very relevant for tuning real designs. You can set labeled directions in bulk or even an ILP-based button to fix specifically these labels. You can store named selections, and we give you the transit lines by default. It can be pretty useful to tweak the optimization parameters for particular parts of the network. There's a couple more fun little things that you can do, but let's leave it at this for this video. To get a better feel for how this plays out during actual design, have a look at our Think Aloud design session in the other video. Thank you for your attention, and we'll hope you'll give Newey a spin. It's pretty easy to install, actually. Give it a try.